Los Angeles now for 2 Rolling Stones concerts to take place at the Coliseum this weekend. Mike Botula reports on how officials are getting ready for the sellout crowds.
Everywhere they've appeared in the United States, the Rolling Stones have drawn sellout crowds, displaying for hundreds of thousands of fans the talents that have made them one of the premier rock groups with origins back in the 1960s. Rolling Stone fever hit Los Angeles a few weeks ago when tickets first went on sale. Long lines appeared hours before the ticket windows opened. The 2 LA concerts are sold out, and the Friday and Sunday concerts will draw 93,000 paying customers each day. But now on the eve of the concert, it's pretty quiet around the Coliseum, and that's because fans won't be allowed in until several hours before each performance.
No lines will be permitted until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. In fact, the parking lots around the Coliseum will not be open until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There will be no camping or overnight staying in the park around the Coliseum permitted, and that will be strictly enforced by the Los Angeles Police Department and the state police, because this is a state park.
Enforcing the rules will be hundreds of Coliseum security personnel, as well as dozens of LAPD mounted patrol officers who've been practicing crowd control procedures and the knack of making arrests from horseback if need be. Even with weeks of careful preparation, there's still going to be a lot of pressure on the Coliseum staff. 93,000 Rolling Stones fans here on Friday, 60,000 football fans here on Saturday, and then the rock fans come back on Sunday, 93,000 more. All told, more than 250,000 people will come to the Coliseum this weekend, and on Monday, the staff is going to have the day off. At the Coliseum, Mike Botula reporting for News at 10.
Did I say that if you're wondering what to do, you could go to the concert? I guess they're so sold out, you could go there and look at the Rolling Stones fans. I think that's about all you could do. We have lots more still ahead for you tonight on News at 10. We're going
Beatles invaded back in the 60s. Mary Ingersoll has this behind-the-scenes look as the Coliseum readies itself for the Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones in concert in Canada. Fans all over the Western world would kill, or at least camp out at a Coliseum hours before the concert, get trampled in the crowds and scream till they're hoarse, just for a chance to see and hear Mick Jagger. On Friday and Sunday afternoons, Los Angeles Coliseum is going to be packed with 90,000 screaming Rolling Stones fans, and that could turn into one big headache for the police department, the fire department, and Coliseum security.
We will have an adequate force deployed to handle all the traffic control problems that we anticipate, because 92,000 people are going to bring a lot of cars in this area. In addition to that, we'll have a sizable crime suppression detail so that the people who park their cars in the neighborhood around the Coliseum will have some assurance that they're being well protected. We'll have a 25-man mounted patrol in the park to help people queue up and find their way around the park without any difficulty. And then we'll have a narcotics enforcement effort in and around the Coliseum during the entire event.
Fred Bailey has been hired by Coliseum officials to maintain tight security, and he explains how he does it.
Okay, we first check with work in cooperation with the Coliseum, the promoters, and the police department. And everybody gets together, and we just build from there.
We toured the Coliseum as the stage was being constructed. That's where the fire department comes in. It's requiring Coliseum officials to build a fence around the stage to keep eager fans away from the Stones, to make sure the backdrops are fireproof, to make sure all the exits will be clear for hordes of fans moving about. The fire department is also requiring the Coliseum to provide medical care.
The Coliseum is providing 2 doctors, I believe, 2 registered nurses, 2 paramedic ambulances, and some civilian doctors that will be roaming the stands. If anyone needs any medical help, they can help them out.
Meanwhile, much of the construction has to be torn down for Saturday's USC-Arizona football game and rebuilt in time for Sunday afternoon's concert. Across the street from the Coliseum, hordes of kids are camping out to be first in line when the gates open at 6 in the morning. This is Mary Ingersoll reporting for Channel 11 News.
Something of an all-night party going on tonight outside the Los Angeles Coliseum. More than 100 young people are camped out waiting for tomorrow's Rolling Stones concert. Coliseum isn't allowing anyone on its grounds until at least tomorrow morning, so the fans have set up along Santa Barbara and Hoover. Police say they can stay there as long as there is no trouble. Last night's Rolling Stones concert in San Diego went off without major problems.
No bottles, cans, cans, sleeping bags, backpacks, food containers, cans, bottles, anything of that ilk, radios, binoculars, cameras, none of that will be permitted. And so basically the simple rule of thumb to follow is yourself, your ticket, and the clothes on your back.
Is there nothing I can say, nothing I can do? Change your mind, I'm so in love with you.
More than 90,000 people are expected to at tomorrow afternoon's concert. Another 90,000 plus for a second concert on Saturday. The Stones are rolling.
And now briefly, a crowd of rock fans had already camped 6 a.m.
California has the best concerts, and I came to see the best group, the Rolling Stones, right?
Last night in San Diego, only 14 people were arrested on drug charges. Here in Los Angeles, LAPD is planning massive security at the Coliseum. Over 200 police, some on horseback. Security includes a list of don'ts for rock fans.
Everybody is come to the concert with yourself, your ticket, and the clothes on your back. Anything else is prohibited, including drugs, alcohol, bottles, cans, blankets, sleeping bags, cameras, tape recorders, binoculars, all prohibited.
Los Angeles police will not search people at the gates. That's the private security function. If we search you and we find dope, you have to go to jail. So we give you a once-in-a-lifetime bargain. If you come through that gate with anything in your pocket and you throw it away at the behest of the people who asked to search you, then you'll be left alone.
There was a time when LAPD cracked down hard on rock fans, but in the past 6 years, marijuana laws have eased, and so has LAPD's attitude.
We're still tough as nails, but there are certain realities that we have to face. We have 92,000 people coming to this event, and we don't have, if we put one policeman out there for every single rock concert door, we probably still couldn't stop somebody from sneaking a joint into that place.
The police say they're going to go after drug dealers. The concert begins at 2 p.m. tomorrow and at noon on Sunday. Tricia?
All right. Thank you very much, Laurel.